Okay, we've got the microwave detector. Let's get one of these modules built up. Can detect movement through walls, so it's a bit better than the ultrasonic testers, sensors even. So we're only going to use 3 pins on this: a voltage in, the output and the ground. We're going to have a red LED for the movement, we're going to have a UV LED for the power, and also on the RGN, which is there, we can modify the sensor range. So we'll put a 510k resistor on it, and it should cut it down to around 4.5 meter radius, whereas the standard is about 7 meter radius. So we'll get some wires soldered onto this and we'll make a start. Okay, so we've got our voltage in, which is red, ground black, and output, which is orange or dark brown, and then we've got the 2 yellow ones there for the RGN, so that's the sensitivity. That's the only wires we need to this module. And now let's put it in its case. So the case I use, I get off eBay. They're about £7 each. They've got a nice little recess there where I laser cut panels to put them on there. PP3 battery holder case as well, which is perfect for what we need. So we just need to drill a few holes and then stick a faceplate on it. So I've just lasered a faceplate up. You can see it's black acrylic. I think it's about 3mm thick. We can have whichever design you want on them. We're going to glue it to that bit so it's a perfect fit. Drill some holes in it and put a switch on the side for the sensitivity. Right, we've just drilled a 12mm hole for the push switch, 2 8mm holes to house the 5mm lead bezels, and a 6mm hole for the miniature toggle switch for the sensitivity. So we'll glue the faceplate to that. Just polish the faceplate up a little bit to make it look a bit better, get rid of them laser marks. We've got a 12mm latching push switch. We'll go into that hole. And we've got the 2 5mm lead bezels to go in there as well. A miniature toggle switch on the side for the sensitivity. Then we use a red LED for movement detected. They're all clear LEDs. And we use a UV LED to indicate that it's in use and the power's on. So on the back side of the unit, we're going to bit of double-sided tape on the sensor. Pop it in, and that'll do. Then we run the wires up to the faceplate. So now we get a PP3 battery connector, the wires. We want one terminal to the switch, and then the other one goes back to the module and also to the LED indicator. Okay, we've soldered our feed from the PP3 battery holder to the switch. We need 3 neutrals, one from the sensor, the other neutral from the PP3 holder, and we need a spare neutral or ground to go to the other LED. So we've joined them 3 wires together. We're going to solder it on the top LED, which is the UV LED, and we've put some 2mm heat shrink over it just to tidy it up. On the LED, shoved a 220 ohm resistor just to limit its power so it doesn't blow, and that will be going to the other side of the switch. So that's our first LED done. So we see 3 neutrals to its negative leg and we've got a 220 ohm resistor to its positive. The voltage in to the sensor we're going to join to the resistor leg and put it on the other side of the main power switch. Okay, I've just put a cable tie there to secure them wires going to them, up to that side. We've got input onto the switch, we've got the output to the module and also to the UV LED. We've got the spare neutral coming off there, that's to go to the movement sensor LED, and also the orange wire. So we'll do that next. I'll just connect that LED up. So we've got our second LED done, which is a red one, which indicates movement, and say the neutral from the top one, orange wire from the output from the sensor. Then that just slides into the 5mm bezel. The only other thing now is 2 wires onto the switch via a 510k resistor, and that will limit the radius of the sensor down to around 4.5 meters radius, where standard it's 7 meter radius. So it's like a high and low switch for sensitivity. So just before I put the heat shrink over, there's a resistor onto the middle leg of the switch, and then the wire for the top, that's sensitivity. We'll put the heat shrink over the resistor, tidy the wires up. Might put a bit of hot snot around the LEDs just to secure them a bit better, but then we're about done. So I'll just put a bit of hot glue on there just to secure the wires a little bit better on the switch, and toggle switch as well. Let's put the case together and see if it works. So the blue indicates power. It's not true UV LED, but it's violet range, and the red is a movement sensor. Then we've got our high and low switch. Bit of clean up to do, and it's all done.